Hey guys, it's Drek. I'm going to be doing the Ultimate Nerf Recon CS6 mod guide. To start, on most Nerf blasters, the slide cocking mechanism comes off first before you can open anything else. That's not the case with the Recon. First, you've got to take out all of the screws on the body, then slide back the cocking mechanism to get at these two screws and take them out. All the screws are the same size except for this one right here, which is longer and looks like this. Once you take out all the screws, including the two back here, you need to remove this and your Recon will lift apart. Now we know, because we can see inside here, that there's a screw holding on the slide cover on this side, which is why we couldn't get it open before. In this mod tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to take out this air restrictor and how to plug the small hole in the barrel, as well as some size reductions at the end. Okay, now once you're in your internals, the main thing you have to do is get this bolt sled out. Now, you want to slide the cocking mechanism back and pull it out. Make sure you keep track of your cocking pin and the spring, and then set that aside for a moment. There are a lot of different ways that people go about taking this apart to get at the air restrictor, but none of them are quite as effective or as simple as just drilling out the air restrictor. So I'm going to not even remove this metal pin to get it out of the bolt sled. I'm going to take off the plunger, hold it like this, take my drill, and go in and drill out the air restrictor. Alright, now that I've done that, and I've got a clean shot through it, I'm going to show you one more thing. There's this hole here. Now there's a lot of different opinions on whether or not covering this hole makes a difference, but since nobody seems to be able to decide, I will coat this hole. To coat it, I'm going to use a strong 2-part epoxy, which, if you don't know what epoxy is, it looks like this. Now, you run 2 beads of the epoxy. I don't need a lot because I'm just sealing this hole. In this case, it's a yellow and a white. Now I'm going to take that and mix it to start the reaction with just a toothpick in this case, because whatever you mix it with, you're probably going to throw away anyway. Now that I've got that mixed and it's all one color, I know it's ready to go, and I can come in and coat the hole like so. I'm going to put it at an angle where I know that that won't dry and drip into the barrel, kind of a diagonal like that. I'm going to let it dry and set for about an hour, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to put things back together. Alright, so while my epoxy is drying, I'm going to remove the only other safety feature that I don't like. As you can see here, this piece puts up this blocker in the barrel, and that gets in my way a lot of the time when I'm muzzle loading, and it causes almost all of the jams, and I just don't like it. To get rid of it, you come in with a Phillips head screwdriver and remove this silver screw that holds this orange piece on, and throw both of those away. And then come in and just remove your muzzle slightly by taking out these 2 black screws part of the way, so that you can lift this up and tease out this piece. That's the barrel locker, so get rid of that. Alright, now that we've finished all of our mods, the only thing left to do is make sure that the blaster doesn't destroy itself. The easiest way to do that, since we've removed the air restrictors and put more stress on this plunger, is to take a piece of foam and epoxy it or hot glue it down into the bottom of the plunger so that when it's slamming into the internals it won't break anything. This piece is what most often breaks when you remove the air restrictors. To do that, I just took one of my foam darts and cut off a piece of foam from it and epoxied it in, but you can use whatever you want, felt or anything. So I'm going to put the blaster back together now, lock it down, and fire it for you. This is just a quick section showing you guys that if you're having any trouble putting things back together, the trick is to make sure that both of these parts are pressurized down and that the rail is all the way in and then seated into the gray slide rail. Make sure that this spring, since it has the most tension, is the last thing you thread in before you put it back together. Alright guys, so I just finished putting the modded Recon back together. If I take a clip, put it in there, slide the cocking mechanism back, and fire, I'm getting excellent ranges out of that. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Thanks for watching. If you want to see how to minimize this thing into a giant pistol with a lot of power, click here.